Wow, this is riveting gameplay. This is exactly what I wanted from OCL.
Ah, yes. It's the ideal warm-up. This map sounds slightly cursed.
I think it's a... I remember seeing it once as a Hard Rock 2. Not this particular map. This map does not look good at all. But I remember seeing like this song because it's a really good snappy aim kind of song if you want to be evil.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, looks like AJ is trying really hard to hit the circles. Or by trying really hard, I mean drawing like that. You know that like, that butterfly, the chaos theory butterfly thing that they always draw. And, yeah, the curse looks kind of.
That's what it is.
Anyway, apparently these are indeed some of the players, so hopefully their aim is better once the match starts up.
Yeah.
Oh, this was mapped by Banana Man 533. Epic tournament player, probably not as epic of a mapper, unfortunately.
What do you mean, bro? That map was awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
I see. Coming from Luminous Fox, the ultimate mapper, I shouldn't say anything.
Wow. Okay. You know, I can't retort to that, so whatever.
Oh wait, okay. This sounds like it is probably the Berkeley warm-up because it is a moth map, which seems to be AJ's favorite. And it also is super long because AJ always likes to stall during warm-ups.
You gotta do what you gotta do. So
yeah, surely they didn't all wake up an hour before the match and practice all the maps.
Clueless. I think Valine might not have even played the pool.
Yeah, honestly, who cares about quarterfinals, you know? The tournament's not important at all.
True. Nothing in life matters. I'm assuming that's the first warm-up, so then there should be another one?
Yeah, I think this is the second warm-up. Well, like the first one was jump practice, and this one is probably like an actual map. Oh, too difficult.
Everyone knows that Berkeley is an actual map hater.
That's true. Why isn't Berkeley doing the tourney warm-up, like learn to meow thing?
Yeah. I guess it's time for us to work on a second version.
No, not. Honestly, the collabs are pretty epic. Like the Washington one that they have that they always use. And
oh, that one.
Whenever MIT is in, we would always use Vector's stupid 9-star map too. I think we need to instill more team spirit into all of these warm-ups.
Yes. You gotta get the camaraderie going right from the start.
I mean, that's the point of OCL, you know? You gotta meet people and you gotta flex all your OC skills in all the other schools.
Yeah. And right now, UCB is saying, I can play Nomad 3 so much better than you.
I mean, I was looking at the stats beforehand, and like, honestly, I don't know how to even match up these two teams. This is like 4th versus 5th seed, so it's like exciting match for sure.
Oh, okay. These are like pretty evenly matched then.
The teams I think are, it's hard to say on paper because they both kind of do have diverse skills. Oh, everyone broke. Anyway, just like, I think they can fill most things. Like, for example, just because Toronto did worse on Nomad 2 in qualifiers than Berkeley doesn't mean anything, honestly, at all. I do think Toronto leans more Hard Rock DT, and Berkeley is more like just across the board consistent, maybe. But
I think this team in particular is more well-rounded, yeah.
Yeah. So I think Berkeley has historically had a lot of hidden-oriented teams, but this one is just, AJ's... But yeah, AJ's kind of the sole remaining main hidden carry and has also moved on to other skill sets as well. On besides Toronto, they do have Great Bopoli, who seems to be like the gimmicky... Or at least, Great Bopoli played Hidden 2 qualifiers, and only that. And so I'm guessing that you kind of have like a low AR specialist here. Sorry in advance if this is not true. And the rest of the team can just kind of fill, depending on how they're feeling on different kinds of maps. So I think we're gonna get to see who's having a good day once we see the first couple maps, but it's not like this team's gonna play all mechanics and this team's gonna ban all the mechanics. I think both teams have been like banning for the other team's skill sets rather than because they can't play anything so far.
Yeah, that's usually the way that bans go if you're like confident in your picks. I feel
that's true because in round of 32 and round of 16 they both played against much lower seeded opponents. And so now I would say this is kind of their most difficult match so far for both teams.
Yeah, definitely. Like, this is I think this is going to be an interesting match, and I want to see how this plays out because, like, even right now, I know that they might not be taking this map as seriously, but like, they're still pretty evenly matched, and I don't know if that says something about how the actual match is going to turn out.
That's true, yeah, because like even when you have maps that are like half a star harder than the pool is, it still shows off your skill sets. And I definitely remember that when I played OCL. I think my team captain put on like a speed bursty map, and then immediately after the warm-up was like, okay, we're banning a lot too. So there's some amount of skill you can gain out of it, but not so much. Depends on how much you're trolling.
Yeah, that's very true. And also, I remember on the topic of you saying, like, it's about how these players are feeling. That's like... Well, I know this is, like, very vague, but that's, like, kind of tournaments in general. They just test how ready you are on any given day, so... We're gonna be able to see who's feeling better on this fine Saturday evening.
Yeah, I think I'm excited to see whether we have any immediate mechanics picks or bans, and also if we have any immediate, like, super gimmicky picks or bans, because both of those will tell us that the team is feeling a certain way today.
Yeah, like, I legitimately could not tell you what the bans or picks would be. It's going to probably affect how it's going to turn out in a way that's, like, interesting, because it's, like, very unpredictable.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about, so let's see. So for anyone who hasn't been like following along the pool is like pretty standard in skill set coverage, but it has some pretty difficult maps. People keep saying Nomad 5 is too hard. I want to see it played, I want to see people do well, so I can tell them all that it's not actually that hard and they're coping. But I think that's not going to happen.
Dude, I saw that map. I have never seen AR 8.2 look so low before. Like, Jesus.
Wait, I still don't understand, because I don't even think the reading is the hard part of the map. I'm crying.
Well, it's kind of the rhythm, but it's also just the reading makes the rhythm really hard to interpret.
Simply look at the autoplay of the map. Oh, okay, looks like we have a Grey Pop. Toronto's coming out here to ban second. It's ABBA bans, by the way, so I honestly don't think... When you have two bans, then like taking ban order doesn't really matter that much, unless you're doing potential matches and you already know what the other team played.
This is this two bans?
This is two bans, yeah. So Berkeley's gonna show their main weakness first, I guess.
Yeah.
And Toronto has to make the decisions after that.
Okay, so they're banning first. We'll see what they decide on.
Surely they don't ban Hidden too. Gotta have the Berkeley pride, you know. Mapper with the bushy, difficulty happy, very appropriate difficulty for the pool.
If they ban Hidden 2, that's literally team kill.
Is anyone on Toronto side of Mapper? I guess we'll have to see. Hard Rock 1's gonna be the first ban. Interesting. So, kind of... It's like a slippery Hard Rock map, I guess you could say. I don't really know how you describe it, but I remember just like fast sliders and a few patterns that are kind of hard to hit all over the board.
I think this oddly makes sense, actually, given how... I think this Berkeley team in particular also just doesn't really like Hard Rock, where if it's like typical Hard Rock, then it's probably going to be their main weakness, so it kind of makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Because in qualifiers, this was the biggest differential. Like, Toronto scored 450,000 points higher on Hard Rock 1.
Yeah.
And that Hard Rock 1 is pretty similar to this one, where it's like a little slippery on the rhythm and on the bursts. Can we double ban? No. I see. I wonder what do you think they were going to try to double ban? Hidden
no.
2, Hidden 3?
This is so sad.
I mean, they can ban double ban Nomad, but I don't think you would ever want to double ban Nomad unless it's like 2 mechanics maps.
Are they mechanics gap though? Like, I don't think they are.
It's hard to say. I think the thing about like this is a 6.2 pool, right, or something like that. But
I think so, yeah.
The difficulty of the maps varies a lot in terms of mechanics, I would say.
Yeah, that's not necessarily limited to. Oh shit.
No.
Okay,
bro,
so they're banning all the given maps. They know exactly what they want, and they chose pretty well.
This is the least based thing ever. Like, those are the 2 good maps, you know. Okay, they're also like by far the hardest maps in the pool, but
I'm also as disappointed as you are, so you're not alone.
AJ Moscow saying, "I'm out of maps. You're so cringe." True.
True.
Okay, AJ is not allowed to. We're gonna ignore AJ here, the biggest deranker on the entire Berkeley team, I swear.
Yeah.
Well, you see a DT1 ban, so I don't know whether to read that as like a we don't feel comfortable on high AR, or whether it's like a we don't want to play aim right now.
Well, if they don't feel comfortable on high AR, then I think it's interesting that they didn't ban DT4, considering that, like, if you can't read high AR, that's like an auto win for the other team.
That's true. Then I would say, like, Toronto, since Toronto's getting the first pick here, if there's if they feel comfortable on Nomad 1, this is the time to pick it.
Maybe it's like super specific mechanics. So yeah, Nomad 1 would probably be the best choice because like it's sort of just like a watered down version of Hard Rock 1 and DT1.
So I guess the thing that I did hear some complaints that DT1 is not really aim, and so maybe it's just that they don't like the slightly wacky stuff in the Hard Rock 1 DT. Oh, we're gonna see a DT4 pick first. Okay, so that's kind of a good read then. I'm saying like we don't want to play the AR10 maps. Let's see how the AR10.2.
And also this map is like there's some weird slider patterns in here where it's like it's not only your ability to react quickly to the circle, it's also your ability to react quickly to like the specific pattern that it's trying to get you to hit.
I mean, not gonna lie, this is a great song, and I love it because it's inside us. But like, it's AR 10.2. I cannot play it. So I have nothing to say. Like, I tried this and I was like, you know, this looks like a map that you could play if you can read.
This looks like a map that you'd play, but like in Makosu. I kind of agree though. Like, this would probably be way more fun to play if the AR was like 8.5 instead.
Looks like we have a Kaitis, and I think it's. I just asked the team earlier whether it's pronounced Redo or Rito. Let's see. It's pronounced Redo. Okay, so we got Kaitis and Redo out here from the side of Toronto, and AJ Mosca and Vaylin. So Vaylin, the dedicated DT player, from what I can tell, and AJ just the captain, kind of playing whatever.
Yeah, I mean he's also sort of like the weird map expert in UCB's team also, so I don't think it's
what the heck
that,
weird map.
Yeah, I don't think it's that like outlandish for him to be in this one.
Well, it is a pretty polarizing map, so I think in the first couple of seconds we're going to see if anyone's really uncomfortable in the AR.
Yeah, it's very true. When you see the UR bar being all the way to the right, that's when you're aware.
The UR bar is looking all pretty comfortable so far. Bailey maybe falling behind a little bit, but everyone looking pretty alright so far. Basically no advantage here. It's just who breaks on these tiny sliders first. And Kaida's going to be the first one to break here. Everyone else not getting scared off by any of these triples or any of the back and forth sliders.
Yeah. He uses some pretty harsh slider cuts too, all things considered. Especially when you add on...
There's short sliders and they really read off, like, they screw up your reading.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Especially with the AR being really high. It's the highest in this pool, I'm pretty sure.
Everyone else holding until that's like half the map over already.
Yeah. This is really huge. Okay.
So that's a trade, so we're kind of even on the FCs now. If anyone breaks, that's going to be... The score will shift over, but there's not that much time left, actually.
Yeah. Redo and AJ Mosca are going to really be feeling it.
In 200,000 points, that might just be enough to hold them to the end, because there's only like one more core section.
Oh, yeah. Oh, AJ breaks.
Score's coming back really quickly. Is there enough in the FC left? I'm not so sure.
Yeah, this... Oh, okay.
Oh, that's it. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, those are both cracked team scores. I don't think
bringing it back in the end. Also, nice FC, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to get 1.5 million each. But I guess AJ and Valian can both play that really well, and that's the first breakpoint super early on. I guess
Yeah.
it's not the high AR then. Maybe it's the aim.
Well, both of them did just well enough to offset like the incredible performance of Redo. So I'll bet they're feeling pretty good about this next pick.
Yeah, I guess if you're not super sure what your main pick is going to be, you got to look at the other team's bans. And so if they ban the 2 low AR gimmick maps, Fremont 2 is a possibility, and so is
I was thinking
any of
that.
the less. Yeah. But I think the thing about that map is like I wouldn't really use that to read too much into the skill sets, right? Because the map is so short, and both teams did well enough on it, but there's nothing really else like it in the pool.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, usually you use that to get your nerves out, but I guess everyone's just fine.
I also feel like since it's a DT map that you are playing literally right at the beginning of the set, it's also just maybe you aren't fast enough yet. So they could still just like be getting their nerves out or like be getting their mechanics out before their performance starts to like really ramp up.
Good point. I guess the question is like, what mechanics maps? Well, yeah, Berkeley probably, okay, they're gonna go for hidden 1. So that's just the testing out the waters with the hidden here.
And I think the rest of the pool is like within Berkeley's level of speed. So Toronto is going to need to think of like another way of taking advantage of like the weaknesses that Berkeley has. Because like everything else is like they have enough speed for it.
That's true. I mean, I guess the thought is that Toronto's scores are pretty consistent as well. So it's gonna if they have 2 players who can. I think the thing about this map is basically that it's like a little awkward and it's a little funny with the sliders. It's just like your generic Fairy Critis hidden slidery aim map. And so if like I know sometimes when I play these kinds of maps, I just like break on every single slider and there's no hope. So that might be the situation we're gonna see here.
Yeah, there's a lot of kick sliders and like they're really awkward to snap onto. It's really easy to just like slider break on something and it looks like you broke on nothing.
You just have to look much more carefully at everyone to see.
Yeah. Gotta put on your glasses, even if you don't wear glasses. You should get some glasses just for this hidden 1.
So true. Yeah, honestly, I never really figured out how I feel about Fairy Critis songs. Like, I think they work well for like the messiness of the map, but at the same time, it's like it never really settles, and you're never really sure when it's like, this is a banger moment.
Oh, okay, it's like consistently like a 7.5 out of 10, would you say? Where it's like,
I think it's like, sure, let's go with that. I would say there's a few of the songs where once I've listened to them a lot of times, it like bumps up to like an 8 or 8.5.
But like there's never the part where it's like blows your mind.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, yeah. It just kind of sounds like you're kind of hiding behind your mic and there's like a little background. Anyway, we got
getting to the start of the map
and Kevork here on the side of Toronto.
Yeah. Alahero for they're starting. I am a little intrigued on why they picked Alahero, but like I would expect the Stellary, but like we'll see how this turns out.
Early breaks on those
okay.
misleading sliders there. Yeah, I would say it's down to a question of like, is anyone having trouble with the mechanics? Everyone already broke actually, so it's just getting used to the hidden right after that 10.2 map earlier. But combo is going to carry people through. This map is over 4 minutes long and definitely a situation where a solo carry is possible.
Definitely. You know, if they just allowed them to put on hidden double time, then this wouldn't have happened.
True. We love AR 10.6.
Yes. Kid named Emrek. Okay, anyway, back to the map. Okay, besides the beginning part, everyone seems to just be like chilling for now. Gives them some time to get used to the map more.
Yep. First key I hear, a bit of more challenging aim, some overlappy sliders. Everyone hitting things so far, so I think they've settled into the map so far. The skin is being a little funny, so I can't actually see any accuracies. but looks like a small lead in favor of Berkeley, just maybe due to tapping a couple of these sliders a little better. Slider
The
stance.
slider, yeah, the slider
Everyone,
stance section.
Redo's
Oh, both
full break from Toronto here.
both people from Toronto with the break. Okay, and the Alahara breaks as well, but AJ Mosca is still holding on throughout that whole section. Ooh.
The hidden one difference here, I see.
Yeah, this has the potential to be huge.
Yeah, slow section here. I don't think the like middle section here is too difficult either, unless you just accidentally misread some overlap.
Yeah, but I mean, like at this level, I wouldn't really expect anyone to fall to that.
I mean, I don't see a lot of breaks on like 2-star patterns, but I do understand that if there's no like actual breaks in the map, for example, mouse players might have trouble with mouse drift.
Yeah, that's true.
Alhero's gonna break on nothing there, and the combo's a little more even now, but still the 800 combo from AJ Asuka is carrying the team over, and
Yeah, his massive combo
advantage.
is really making the difference. Oh,
Okay, no one broke on the. I did think it was possible to break on it, but we'll see. Oh, there's a break, and there's a chance for everyone to reset. And okay, just kidding. That break was a lot shorter than I remembered it being. Ooh, full team reset from Berkeley.
team break.
And a lot of combo on the side of Toronto to kind of bring it back.
We're getting into the final quarter of this map, and I think there's still some potential for Toronto to bring this back if they hold on to what they currently have.
In the time it took you to say that, both Toronto players decided to lose their combo.
Yeah, damn. Well, I guess that's
My bad.
might be.
Yeah, I'm honestly not gonna lie, this last part is pretty difficult too, and we're seeing breaks on it as well. I think it would have been difficult. I mean, looks like Redo could have hauled through it, but especially with those kinds of patterns, but I'm not sure with the nerves whether it would have been possible.
And also, they like broke right before the break too, so it's like they'd have to perform really well if they wanted to have a chance at coming back.
That is definitely true, yeah. I mean, the score is going to end up being, I think, a little less than 100,000 points difference, which isn't that much, but given the total scores, it is a significant difference still.
Yeah. This map seems like it's a little less... It has a little less total score from everyone. I think everyone's averaging like about 350 or 400k for this.
Which I think is much more typical, honestly. For
yeah,
this.
that's what's supposed to happen. Like what happened on the DT4. Okay. And Berkeley hidden checks their opponents for the I don't know how many time.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, Kevork and Redo with the second and third highest scores in the lobby, but the extra 100,000 points from AJ is the real difference maker here, and I think that was mostly because of the combo near the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. There was a really large combo from AJ Mosca in the beginning middle-ish part, and that was enough to end up letting them get the point difference.
So they've now secured a breakpoint. Remember, it's 1st to 6, so super early in the match still, and I wouldn't take either of those points as being like one-sided. So still a lot for them to pick, but
Yeah.
I don't really know if I would have a particular strategy in mind at this point. Maybe
Wasn't
try
last-
Hard Rock?
Wasn't last map a breakpoint?
Oh yeah, like I guess securing the breakpoint in the sense of like they won their own point. As
Oh,
well,
yeah,
so
and they won
actually
their-
have the
okay.
advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would say both of those are pretty gimmicky maps. Or not gimmicky, but the difficulty of the mechanics is not like pure mechanics. And so we're gonna see Hard Rock 2 now. Okay, so that's more of a.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place for them to go next.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, I expected them to pick Hard Rock 2 given the way that things are going. This is also 200 BPM, and there's like some bursts. I don't know if that's going to like really give anyone that much more trouble than anyone else, but like that's sort of the interesting part of this map.
Yeah, this is pretty tapping intensive, and it's also old mapping. So it's,
Yeah.
I think it's like there's some wide angle aim, and there's some 17 to 200 BPM bursts.
Yeah. There's some linear aim. There's a lot of linear aim actually. Yeah.
I think, well, from what I can tell, the map itself is not like too challenging on paper, but then you realize that once you miss on something, it's just like, why am I breaking on everything else?
Yeah, that's very true. Cause like in linear sections, it's like you have the same spacing, but then if you miss it on one, then you miss it on like everything else. So, I also want to point out that like this probably won't be that important, but the ending of this song slows down the BPM. So I want to see if like some people just drop a ton of 100s on that part.
Oh yeah, I think that's like literally impossible to act unless you're just like reading the circles one by one.
Yeah.
Okay,
but I think it's just super funny.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see that the accuracies drop like 3%. We'll just looks like Kevler and Kaidas out here. So the rotating, what's the term again? I forget the phrase, but like the rotating some electronic thing of players.
Rotating.
Sliding window? No, that's not right either. Anyway, the point is like there's other than Great Popular, the other three players have all been swapping out. And we're seeing AJ and Asuka and Our Hero back for this one again. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't classify either of them as precision players from what I know. But it is because of the 200 BPM burst, I do understand why they put Our Hero in for this one.
Yeah. I don't think this is that bad of a team composition. Like, I probably wouldn't be able to think of a better one.
Makes sense. Maybe Redo's taking a break for the next map to come up, given the strong scores from the first two maps. But we're going to have to see. Looks like Kaidas wants to play DT4, or whatever the previous map was.
Yeah. They want their point back.
So true.
Okay, we're getting into it.
You can hear the hit sounds from Kevlar here, so you can see.
Yes.
So like the triple did not sound like a triple, but hopefully this is not a set.
Well, this drum section is so good. Like, you just feel like an absolute Chad whenever you're playing it, I swear to God.
AJ gonna be the first to break there on something. I'm not sure what. Kaidas will trade it back.
Kaidas matches it though, yeah.
Interesting here. So everyone just broke all their combo there, but for some reason, even before that, there was like a huge advantage on the side of Toronto. I'm not sure. Is it accuracy?
I think it might be accuracy. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I can't see the numbers, but I see 2 B ranks on the side of Berkeley. Yeah. So
and then Toronto has an A and an S rank.
Okay, there's a burst stack coming up. Let's see if anyone hits it.
Oh, let's go. Oh, AJ Mosca breaks on the burst. And then Alejandro breaks right after. They have a full team reset.
Looking like a super good pick for Toronto here. These longer streams are a bit of a challenge for some of these players, but they're holding accuracy and combo where it's needed for Toronto.
Yeah. These look like they would be like really weird to aim. Especially that one. That one's like has some sharp angles.
I would say it's like flowing in a slightly different way from the usual flowing, where it's like you have to focus, but it's like a very standard pattern. You just have to make sure you're super accurate with it, which is the point of precision, you know? Oh, here's the
That's true, yeah. Nice. They all hit it pretty well. Yeah. Okay. And the score lead is very apparent from Toronto, I think. This was a good pick from them. Like,
yeah, an S rank on one side and 2 C ranks on the other. Definitely telling them that like maybe I'm guessing the tapping maps are a definite consideration for the future now.
Yeah. Also, I think probably high air in general. So maybe we'll also see Hard Rock 3 come out.
That's true. There isn't too much of it. Well, I guess the Hard Rock 1 was banned and the DT 1 was banned, but now everything else in the Hard Rock and DT is up for grabs. They are very different kinds of maps though, so we'll see if anyone mixes it up.
Yeah. I think they do have some fundamental like traits that they share that will probably play out more importantly than it might seem at first.
So I think the thing about this is, okay, if thinking about it this way, I think both teams are going to keep swapping out their players, and it's not like you can catch someone off guard by having them switch from hidden to hard rock. So you just want to pick whatever is like the best team composition for you. And for this one, I would say, looking at the pool now, I'm surprised we haven't seen any of like the lower BPM maps. So things like Hidden 3 or Hard Rock 3, or like Nomad 3, Nomad 4, the more like not technical but techy picks.
That's true. We're progressing a little bit more into this set though, and I definitely see a world where Nomad 3 is picked because I know that Berkeley as a team is very comfortable with that, with those types of maps, alt maps. So they could probably pull it out of their pocket if it comes to that.
We're gonna have free mod 1 here. Okay, so that's an interesting pick because it does kind of toe the line of like having hidden as a skill set, but it also is very speedy. And so given how the previous map went, which is also kind of speedy, and I guess the only difference is that the circles are bigger. So
yeah, and also one person gets to not play Hard Rock.
That's true. In general, picking free mods is good if you have one player who's good on Hard Rock and you have one player who's like a hidden main.
Yeah. Oh, a Stellary.
Okay, so this is the famous core team roster from their side. Are we going to see Great Populi coming out for Toronto? I would be perhaps a little surprised, but excited to see it.
Yeah. Has everyone... So, right now, everyone has played a map except for Great Populi, is that correct?
That looks like it, yeah. Well, I guess the Stellary hasn't played yet, so we don't actually know how that's going, but...
That's true, yeah.
Everyone except Great Populi, yes, we've seen. And they've all kind of held up to the poll quite well. It's like everyone can play across the board, at least from what we've seen.
Yeah, no one looks like they're sitting out because they're like performing badly. Which is good for both teams, and also good for us as spectators.
Gotta respect all the players.
Some people would think otherwise.
True. Okay, I think it's gonna be the same roster as the previous map actually. Okay. So both Kaitis and Kevork.
Kaitis, yeah.
Kaitis did better on the Hard Rock 2 just now, so maybe Kaitis is gonna take the Hard Rock. And on the hidden, well, Kaitis did not play hidden. Okay, so I'm guessing Kaitis is gonna take the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
And
Kevork
AJ, almost certainly AJ will be on hidden instead of will be on Hard Rock. If not, then they are both trolling.
They're pulling out the hidden tech.
I should remember how, because I did the replay for this. I forget how techy it actually is. I think there's a few slider aim sections which are a little bit annoying, but most of it is really just like loud, high BPM, biggish circles.
Yeah, it's like just a tapping, or like it's not just a tapping map, but like there's definitely tapping prominent. So you're gonna see some of that action. Also, I can't tell which mods. Oh wait, never mind. I can just literally look at the screen.
Okay, wait. So yeah,
okay, yeah,
the top of the screen is hit. Yeah, it's all mirrored completely around the middle.
Oh, that's true.
That's really cool. Anyway,
the ideal stream setup. Okay, so yeah, they did pick the mods that were expected of them. So nobody is like looking to do a little trolling on this pick.
Nothing too surprising so far. I think everyone's still holding combo. It's just build-up section, and we're gonna get into the first. Well, I expect this is not Camellia, I guess. It sounds similar enough, but it's the same kind of build-up situation. 1/2 sliders, and we're gonna get a burst soon. I think. Is anyone gonna break on the burst? Ooh, Celebrate's gonna break before the burst there, and so combo advantage and score advantage on the side of Toronto early on.
We'll see how long that they can hold on to it, because and commentator's curse. I'm sorry.
Well, but Kaitis with the Hard Rock still carrying the high combo on their team, still the FC, and
yes,
at the end of the day, yeah. So there's like I guess there's a slight advantage from the mod, but multiplier, but it's a lot harder to hold accuracy on this. It's only OD8 on hidden and it's OD10 on Hard Rock. So yeah, the score's still staying pretty close actually, especially with that break from Kevork just now.
If I am looking at this correctly, AJ Mosca also has a slightly higher combo than Kaitis. I'm not entirely sure how that happens.
A slight slide break at the beginning, and Kaitis is gonna drop it there.
Oh, Kaitis drops. And you see Berkeley they have a lead. It's not a big lead, but they also have the combo advantage, so.
I forget if there's a section that's kind of coming up here, but the slight shake might be coming out for AJ and Oscar here. We'll have to see.
Oh. Nerve check, nerve check.
Oh, another build-up section. We're gonna have another burst again. Let's see if anyone breaks on this one.
Oh.
Okay, this is the most epic part of the map for sure, but it's also pretty hard.
Yeah. I hate div spikes in my turning map. Grr. Oh, and everyone breaks.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just slightly difficult.
Yeah. Only hard enough to make everyone who's playing it break.
Simply, the players are just not good enough. We can chalk it up to a stamina issue, you know? If they had more stamina, they would not break.
Yeah. I wonder if they've considered that.
S? No, okay. And so I think it's just wind down now. There's not... The score difference is actually not as big as I thought it would be. Again, only about 100,000 points, but I don't think there's enough time to bring it back at all.
Yeah, it's looking pretty much done, but like... Yeah, that was a lot... You're right, that's a lot closer than I would have expected it to turn out, judging by like just looking at the gameplay.
Yeah, that was a 600,000 points. Once again, 1,000 combo from AJ on hidden, and kind of carrying the point there.
Very nice. I'm sure he's happy about that.
Perhaps. I was getting some snarky comments about how this map is a little harder on Hard Rock, and by little, I mean a lot. But, well...
Wow! What a revelation.
I don't know. I think the Hard Rock score, it's the kind of map that if you can play hidden, it definitely is very comfortable on hidden. But the Hard Rock is challenging, and you can see it in the accuracies for sure.
Yes.
But that's like, okay, I guess that map is actually not that bursty. Like there were those 9-mil bursts and a couple of other faster bursts as well, but it wasn't, the main focus of the map was definitely being able to play these things on hidden or on Hard Rock. And so we're going to see Hard Rock 3, so continuing on this thread of high AR and going for the other Hard Rock map, I think this is probably the right pick for Toronto. They won the other point by so much that this is what they got to go for.
Okay. This is like alt, if I remember correctly, and
yeah. I don't know. It's like very hard to act. It's kind of snappy. It's okay. I think I've just heard PH too many times, and I'm not a huge fan of the map in particular, but it definitely rounds out the rest of the Hard Rock. That's a double pick. Double pick is allowed. What? Since when? Bro,
oh, what?
We have always had double picks. What are you talking about?
Wait, no, it says double pick is allowed.
Yeah, double pick is allowed.
Yeah, okay.
That feeling when AJ is still working off of the winter 2022 rules.
We're in the future now.
I mean, honestly, like, in like a situation like this, I don't really see what it doesn't really matter whether you can double pick or not, because it's just a question of whether Toronto picks DT Hard Rock, DT, or they pick Hard Rock, and then DT.
Yeah, that's true. In this specific matchup, it's like they're gonna pick the same thing. It's just that they're gonna be forced to order it differently if they have the double pick rule.
I'm checking the rules again, and I see someone else in the dock. I think the other person on the dock is AJ. Okay, yes. The bans will be in ABVA order. That's good. Teams may not double ban from mod pool. That's also good. There are no restrictions on pick order except tiebreaker. Alright. No rules have been broken. Anyway, this is kind of small circles too, so it's like real precision test here. I'm surprised AJ's still in for this. The guy can play anything, I guess.
That's the tourney player difference. Oh yeah, this is like CS 5.9. This is Hard Rock on, or not Hard Rock, alt on CS 5.9. Ooh.
Yeah, I'd say it doesn't really play like a typical alt map, especially because those circles are so small, but it is the BPM of an alt map, and it does like have some snaps like an alt map, so I guess it is an alt map.
Yeah, you could classify that like that in that way.
We're back to the roster from the first map here, so Redo and Kaitis looks like maybe the two players who are more comfortable on like the reading aspects of high AR, because we had the 10.2 and now we have this map, which is also just like not as it's less generic, and so you have to be able to react quickly to the patterns.
Yeah, the 10.0 and the weird patterns, or like the atypical patterns. Alahero, yeah, that's
It is Toronto's pick, and so I think the fact that Berkeley looks like they were scrambling a little bit more to find their roster might kind of show through here.
That's actually a good point. Well, like, they're not really, like, I wouldn't say that hard rock is their strength, so this could be Toronto's chance to make a reversal of some sorts.
Yeah, I think the person to keep an eye on is Kaitis here, who's been performing pretty consistently well across all
Pretty
the
well,
picks.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Early breaks here, it's like getting used to the 1/3 and getting used to the snappy stuff.
yeah. Early breaks don't really matter that much, but it's just like funny.
In fact, a lot of the time when you have these early breaks, it just means you're not going to break on some of the more challenging stuff later on because you dedicate your energy to playing the map instead of thinking about the score.
Yeah, and like get all the nerves out. And I think that I can't see the numbers, but I'm pretty sure that Toronto is gapping Berkeley again. It's pretty sizable.
Yeah, it's looking like Kaitis has like no combo right now and still has higher score than both of the Berkeley players.
Yeah. And then
People
Alejero
in the
finds
audience talking about how they can play this map. All right, you are now hired to play for both Berkeley and Toronto.
Yeah. I think you guys should FC it 30 times in practice and then come back.
Okay, whereas Redo out here, I think with an FC, or maybe I missed something earlier on, but looking super comfortable on this.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Well, the high combos are gone now, I guess.
Yeah. This is a almost 200k point lead, and the max score combined is only 460k, so...
I mean, yeah, there's no combo on the board except for Kaitis at this point, and I think this is looking like once again, a really solid pick for them. Oh, okay, everyone breaks on...
Everyone breaks.
That is hard, fine. But like...
Except for AJ Mosca, but like, his previous combo, and also he just broke hard. Okay. Talking about breaks in this map is like so redundant.
Right, let me try this. AJ Mosca holding a respectable 60... Okay, there we go.
Oh my god.
Redo out here with a 130 combo as well.
Yeah.
Coming up to these sliders. Okay, Redo hit the sliders.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
and, nope. How many times can we commentators curse in one map?
True. Alright.
Yeah.
All the players hold the combo in this next sector. That's not true.
Yeah. Alejero is going to not break in the... Oh my god, dude!
And the thing about this map is, like, if you know how the scores are, you realize, like, there's not much you can do at this point. So if any of the players have their leaderboard on... But the
yeah,
looking...
they'll probably just be, like, accepting the fate. Alright.
So yeah, So I think both of these wins from Toronto are really, really convincing. So I guess B ranks across the board because it is really hard to act, but the higher combos, one from Redo near the beginning and one from Kaitis near the second half. I accidentally turned on combo colors. Who cares about combo colors? Like, anyway, I'm not gonna question it.
Combo colors with the roughest skin.
Maybe the combo colors affect certain things. I just don't understand why you would ever have combo colors on. Oh, I guess that's what AJ is saying. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I accidentally turned it on.
Combo colors are based, but literally nobody knows about combo colors other than the mappers, and the mappers are not based.
Actually, Bushy actually like inspired me to turn on combo colors. Funnily enough.
You gotta use the rainbow colors. Alright, sounds like we got a hidden 3-pick from the side of Berkeley, answering back. So we have another one of those high versus, or hidden versus hard rock battles. What are combo colors? Combo colors are like, basically there's like if you turn on default, like turn off default combo colors, every map like specifies the order in which your colors appear. So like instead of having always red and then blue and then green, like every map usually puts in combo colors that match the background. I think it's dumb. I don't see why you would ever care about this.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like required, isn't it? Which is like...
It's required for ranked. Yeah.
Yeah,
like nobody... It's... Okay. I should... My opinions on mapping are probably wrong, so I will not say them.
We need to have a Stardust mapping podcast where he just like says all of his takes, and then we listen.
Also, you can specify what specific combo has a certain color. That's true. I know for like the Decaplets map that someone, either Devious Panda or Down made, they like color-coded the
Oh, yeah.
rhythms to colors, which I think is okay. That's like cool. But if you're just like, oh my gosh, my background is brown and yellow, so I want brown and yellow like colors. Who cares?
Yeah, like I don't think it should be required, but it's really cool if it's implemented properly. Okay, and Creepopoly is coming in for this hidden 3 pick. Let's go.
Full rosters. All right, so it's
And Valine is also in here too. I don't remember if he was in before, but we are seeing him now.
Valine played the first map for the DT4, so I'm really surprised to see the same player play this map, which is much more like hidden and pausey. And that one.
Yeah, it's not fast. We'll just say that.
That's true. The difficulty here is like there's a couple of slidery sections and then there's big flowing parts as well. So this is I think it's the kind of stuff that certain players will eat up, and I'm hoping that both AJ and Creepopoly, who I guess are kind of the hidden show-offs in the two teams, will be able to do well.
Yeah. Do you like anticipate this being a one-person carry situation on either team?
This is the kind of map where I could see that, yeah, because like I think hidden flowing, especially around 160 BPM, is the kind of skill set where like if you can play it, it's super comfortable and you just hit all the patterns without thinking very much. But if you're not comfortable on it, it's so hard to hit any combo. So anyone, oh wow, okay, so both Creepopoly and Redo breaking on. I don't think that's one of the harder sections. It might have just been a slight misaim on the sliders or something.
Yeah. This is also really easy to chain this on, so there's potential for a score to screen or swing like really hard in one direction, and then like the other team makes a comeback. Right.
Valine just breaking twice there, and I guess they only traded back, but ooh, okay. So as we're getting into this first section,
and everyone's broken. Okay.
It definitely is a little weird because there are these snappy parts which you feel kind of alty, but you can't really play this as an alt map because of these longer flowing sections.
Yeah. This is just a hidden 3.
I mean, this is my kind of map. I love playing this stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's a funky rhythm, yeah.
It's not actually that hard once you know it, but the problem is like if you start mistapping it, you just miss all of the notes.
Yeah.
Anyway, the lead has shifted over to Toronto, who both held like a 250k combo now, with no combo on the board at all for Berkeley. It's going to stay close because of, I guess, accuracy differences, but I think there's a slow section coming up here. Oh, as long as they hit that part, yeah.
Okay. This free combo benefits Toronto though, so. Oh, what?
Bro, what?
What happened? Okay.
You see smoke?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same my bad. This time except it's in capital letters now, so I guess it's a much stronger. Oh, okay. So that's gonna be traded. Creepopoly is gonna be the team carrying out for Toronto as we get to this more watery section. But 500 combo is nothing to laugh at, and that's extending the lead.
Yeah. They're pulling away with this more now. It's not like a difference of a few 10,000s. It's now multiple 10,000s.
Another break lift. Still an S-ring on the side of AJ, and the scores from Creepopoly and AJ are pretty close, but we're getting into the flowing section soon.
Yeah, and then
what are you breaking on? No.
Oh yeah, there's like enough map left for.
Yeah, we're getting into the hard part basically right now.
Okay. Creepopoly breaks again, and along with Valine.
Oh, okay. AJ must be hitting that part, and now with enough combo to bring it back, if he can pull through the stream.
Oh. Dang.
Yeah, Creepopoly breaking pretty consistently now. The scores shifted over to Berkeley again, and Valine bringing up a supporting combo too. But Redo breaks combo there, but AJ held him off for long enough, and now the scores really shift over. Oh, just kidding. Okay.
Then he breaks, but like, yeah, they still like brought it back from where they were before AJ got the massive combo.
Yeah, there's still a little left of the map, but I don't think it's enough. The section here is more like it's nothing new here, and so we've already seen how well the players can do on this.
Yeah.
Valine, Creepopoly, and Redo all looking pretty comfortable on basically everything consistently, but just not holding the big combo like AJ managed to do there.
Yeah. he definitely made the combo difference in that map, which like I don't know, it was a little interesting just seeing like periodic breaks from everyone except for AJ. It seemed like.
Yeah, I mean, you have to remember that both Grapopoli and Redo broke on really unfortunate parts in that map. I think if they had both held through those sections, they might have won that point.
Yeah.
But it's 4-2, which is a huge difference from 3-3, especially because it is back to, well, Toronto's pick means they can maybe even it back out a little more. But it's, I guess they run out of hard rock picks. And so if they want to go for more high yard, they have to go for the tapping maps.
Ooh. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. They're like kind of running out of maps that they can like pick super comfortably.
Okay, I was going to ask for the picks and bans to show up, but here they are. So none of the tapping maps have really been picked yet. Like Nomad 2, DC2, and if you want to call DC3 tapping, like they're all completely open and no one's banned them either. And I don't think any of the bans really indicate weakness in mechanics either. Maybe the Berkeley bans, but it's looking like, well, Toronto's going to want to take another point by a comfortable margin. I think all of Berkeley points have been close, and all of Toronto's points have been significant.
Yeah, and like, I don't think that speed is a problem for either team, which is probably like, I think that's likely why neither one is really that eager to pick it. But like, Toronto's kind of running out of maps that like they have a very sizable advantage on, so they're gonna have to like think wisely about what they want to pick in these next few maps.
Okay, the Nomad 1 pick is really interesting. Yeah, I think at the beginning we said like Nomad 1 might be a good pick because of the Hard Rock 1 DT1 bans, but if they're picking it right now, that makes me feel like they're scared of the tapping maps. Or maybe, okay, I don't want to put words in their mouths, but that's just like maybe they're feeling good on aim and not so good on the tapping.
It's just like your impression, yeah. Stellary coming in for Nomad 1. Who could have seen this coming?
Sounds like, well, we thank Grapopoli for service, and we're back to the, I guess we're back to the Hard Rock 3 roster, who also played, let's see, what was the map? Yeah, so this is the same roster that played DT4 and Hard Rock 3, and now they're playing Nomad 1. So I guess this is maybe the roster that is feeling most comfortable on not shit missing on random places.
Yeah. This map definitely needs that as like the most important quality that you need in a player. There's like, well, it's a Nomad 1, it's just an aim map. So like, if you can FC through a Ki, then you're already halfway there. And if you FC the second one, then you're the other half there.
Look at Virginia text message in the chat. This guy's double repping, I swear.
Hey, yo, hold up.
I mean, half the like Chicken has posted like half finished matches in match results before. That's just what happens when you have to rep a bunch of things all at once. Yeah. But yeah, the thing I was gonna say about this map is like, oh, we're gonna see actually Stellary and Alahiro coming out for this one. So maybe AJ not aim player. But yeah, this is I think a custom Nomad. It's like one of those custom Nomad ones, not for this tournament, but just like in general.
Oh, okay,
and
so
customs just means you map jumps when you don't know what to map, and so they're much more consistently difficult than others.
Okay, so this is like even more Nomad 1 than a typical Nomad 1, if you think about it like that.
I mean, in the sense that it's a long map and the OD is 9 instead of 8, I think those are the good aspects. Where's my aim? Jane Mosca says we have a complaint from the chat that AJ's not playing. Unfortunate.
You gotta get your rest in if you want to perform well.
Okay, I think if I was playing this, I would already be asleep. These are so many star patterns.
And this is the slow part. So now you can go into...
Everyone, this is mapping lesson until someone breaks. So
yeah.
When you have these early sections, you gotta make sure they're comfortable, which means lots of circular aim, and making sure the spacing isn't too high. yeah, that burst I guess is meant to lead people into these bigger jumps. And those sliders are just also to draw attention to the background drums. Oh, okay, there's the jumps. Someone's gonna break, right? Oh, we do have breaks.
Yes. Thank you for the mapping lesson.
Yeah,
I'm gonna map like every Nomad 1 from now on.
No.
With your advice.
Okay, Redo's also gonna break
Redo
here,
also breaks. Yeah. A Stellary, looking pretty comfortable on this map. That's like, I guess, kind of to be expected. But like,
yeah, I mean, like people always look comfortable on the 1-1s until they break. But
that's true.
Accelerate is going to build up the combo above 500 at this point, though, so that's going to be a lot as we get into this first.
Yeah.
With the second.
Hey, and she got through the
section.
Do we get lesson 2?
Let's see. Anything else I can say about this? Unfortunately, I am bad at mapping, so that is all the things I know about mapping.
Oh dang.
Bro, the poolers wanted to use EOS again. I was like, bro, this map does not need to be used again.
I'm like,
oh, big jumps again.
Everyone except for Stellarites, which, yeah.
Well, we're getting to the halfway point of the map now, so if that same pattern continues, that 100,000 points will be enough to secure the point, but it's still super early, and it's only halfway through the map, so you can still build half the map worth of combo, but everyone's going to keep breaking here, except Stellary, and the accuracy is, I think, still quite good for her.
Yeah. Can you, like, tell? It's kind of like...
I can't read anything, but I can just tell that at least
either.
It's halfway through the map, and the score is above 400,000, so at least it's fine.
Yeah. It's not like you're getting constant 100s on every single jump pattern.
Okay, this is kind of... Oh, okay, I have a note from the... what's it called? From the streamer that it's a 98.78 accuracy, so that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Oh, there's the break, right before the break. Unfortunate. Sounds like the real... We couldn't bring up the accuracy. That's how it works. But I don't think the combo is super significant on any side. Redo has a 400 combo, but it's being matched by Alakira's almost... Oh, just kidding.
No more. I think he's sightseeing.
Well, don't worry. Watch this. So Redo just climbing above 500 combo as we get into this next jump section.
Oh my god, so there's no fucking way. Alright, bro. Okay. Why are you even watching this when we already know that you wrote the script for the entire match?
All part of the plan, don't worry.
Oh, god.
It's okay, I only commentated curse when it doesn't affect the end result of the map.
Dang.
I'm also advantaged in that I know when the map is going to get hard, so I can quote-unquote commentator curse during the hard parts instead of the easy parts.
Oh yeah. That's the advantage of actually looking at the pool before you commentate.
I mean... Oh,
okay. Breaks on the last jump, but
nice break.
Yeah, that's just like, whatever. I
kind of
hope that
team scores, but no FCs.
I mean, like, you wouldn't really expect FCs, because, like, this song is really long.
That is true, but yeah, almost 700,000 points for a Stellary. That's really cracked.
I hope somebody clips that part where you commentators cursed Redo, because I wanna like look at it again.
Treasure that forever. So true. I apologize, Toronto. I know it was your pick. I will try to commentate curse Berkeley in the next map. But it's only 5-2, and it's their pick, so match point, and they can go for something that they feel most comfortable on, if there is anything of that kind.
Is there anything of that kind?
I want to say, you were saying that they feel like a pretty comfortable Nomad 3 team.
Yeah.
So that's pretty different from everything else. And I don't think they're going to want to pick... Okay, I don't think they want to pick Free Mod 2 because of the Hard Rock 2 situation. I'm guessing both teams are not super excited about tapping. And the Nomad 4 is always a little bit of a toss-up unless you have a dedicated good tech player. So I'm placing my vote for Nomad 3.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you on that. Is it Red Toe or Red Tot? I'm pretty sure it's Redo.
We were not sure, so we asked the captain, and we may have screwed up, but that is what we were aware of.
Yes.
This is freaking Canadian teams, I swear. Retute?
Retoot.
Perhaps not. But Berkeley out here stalling the timer again. This name more iconic duo in OCL. Rethinking? That's the point of battle, bro. Surely they're not gonna. Oh, it's gonna be Fremont too.
Fremont,
Okay,
they are picking Fremont too.
I guess I lied.
Dang. This is probably going to be a J Mosca and Alejero, if I had to guess, on the Berkeley side. I know that Alejero is like pretty. I'd say he's the precision player on Berkeley's team.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's a really strong reason or like a really big difference between the two Fremont maps, I expect the same Fremont roster as always, because it's just like the main hidden player. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Kaitis once again showing up for Hard Rock on the side of Toronto, and maybe Kevlark for hidden. It depends on who's. Oh, we could actually wait a second.
We get Great Popoli. So
I forgot. So yeah, Great Popoli is the AR8 player. And so let's see. So Great Popoli is probably going to take hidden, and I'm interested to see whether. So this map is definitely different from the previous ones. It's lower BPM. On hidden, it's. I don't know. I thought it was really hard to read on hidden, and on Hard Rock, it's just like lower BPM snap stuff. So maybe there's. I mean, the fact that Berkeley doesn't have two people in the lobby is the weird thing.
well, I guess they're stalling again.
I mean, I'm not sure if stalling helps so much on this map. Like, it's not the. Well, okay, it helps with the hidden players, but for the Hard Rock players, they just like. It's just difficult to aim. It's a precision map.
Oh, and we are seeing Alejero coming in on that side.
We're going to see an AR8. Well, maybe we'll see an AR8 battle here. I really do think that this is not the kind of map we're going to see super high scores on, or like a 1v2 situation, but I could be entirely wrong. I do think that Great Popoli might be able to pop off with some of the hidden AR8 skills, but the fact that Toronto did ban both low AR maps, it's going to be interesting to see for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely Berkeley favored. Also, they're at match point. I actually didn't even realize that. So they could potentially take this all the way if they perform up to their standards on this.
Well, we're going to see Kevlark on the Hard Rock indeed. And Great Popoli going to be the AR player to match. Same roster situation with hidden on the top and Hard Rock on the bottom. And AJ going to be the first to break on something there. It's one of those pause situations on these low BPM Fremont 2s.
Yeah, the classic. And Kevlark also breaks. I'm also not sure on what exactly it was.
Oh, Alhero's taking hidden Hard Rock on this, which I think is an interesting choice. It definitely makes the snaps off of the 4-note bursts a lot harder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And Alhero's going to break to that, and I think the combo with Great Popoli is indeed...
Everyone breaks. Okay.
Okay, I did say I was going to commentator curse Berkeley, so let's work on that a little bit.
Your commentators cursed both of them, which included Berkeley, so I guess that came out true.
Score pretty close here, only about 50,000 points, but another break, straight break from Berkeley here, and
Team break.
It's just so many slight combos that are to carry you over, I think. Kevlark... Oh,
yeah. It's everyone breaking. Alright. Any smokers?
Yeah, AJ just says E, and I never know what E means. But B rank, B rank, B rank, and one A rank. There's an A rank on the Hard Rock, which is not what I expected.
That's interesting.
Wait, it's actually pretty close. There's not much of a map left, but double break on the side of Toronto. Is it going to come back here at the end?
Could AJ? I didn't even start talking, and then already. Never mind.
There's one last section here. I don't think it's going to be enough to bring it over, but it's going to be close.
That's really close.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Toronto barely scrapes by.
But their chances are alive here. Carried by that A rank on the Hard Rock, and it's not over yet.
Yeah. Oof.
Let's see if we have any live reactions from the players after that map. I literally just FC'd that, says AJ. Okay, it's one of those situations. in match,
no.
I guess. AJ about to go into feedback tier 2 and be like, Fremont 2 is impossible. But okay, there it is. So now we're getting into the... Well, now that their backs are against the wall, they have to pick something, and I do think this is probably their best bet. Go for the real speedy map.
Can't wait to see Vaylene do absolutely insane finger control all over this map. Yeah.
We love classical remixes, and I think this is basically pretty consistent. I can't do math. Is it 234? Right? Okay,
yeah, it's 234. Interestingly, actually no, not interestingly. I was going to say it's like the second fastest DT map, but like that no one cares.
Kaitis and Kevwork here seems like a roster they kind of put up on the Hard Rock 2 as well, and so I understand that.
Yes.
And AJ Mosca Vaylene does seem to be the GT roster for Berkeley, so we'll see who's better able to play these bursts. I think it's also custom mapped, so it's one of those like GT2s where it's like, oh, I know that this next part is going to be a stream, and so I'm going to ready myself up for it.
Okay. This map asks the question: which one of these players' houses is more warm?
True. Toronto is colder in the winters, so maybe that's a slight disadvantage. But Kevin's going to break early, and Valen's going to trade it right back.
Also mashing it, yeah. If you first heard this song through that Asian kid that played Pump It Up on that YouTube video, then you're a real one.
No, you're just not a classical music enjoyer. Anyway, Kaitis is the only one holding a combo solo.
No.
Bro, I need to stop. I actually...
Oh my god. You have like a problem or something?
No. Okay, so the combos are basically even though. Vaylene and Kevwork with a high combo. Okay, so there goes Vaylene.
Kevwork with the high combo. You see, I can do it. I can commentate without literally playing God.
Okay, but Toronto is holding a lead though, despite the commentator curses. And they're hitting these patterns much more comfortably, I think.
Vaylene not looking as consistent as one would probably like on this. There's a lot of breaks that seem like coming from not even the burst, but just like sliders after it.
Yeah, this is like, even though the streaks themselves aren't constant, the finger control in between them is also draining on the stamina. So if any player seems to be losing stamina, that's going to be a real problem there. But Toronto looking super good on this, and they've already held basically 200,000 points advantage. And Kevwork and AJ Moscow just breaking there. Kevwork still holding 800 combo. I don't think there's anything they can really do unless there's a sudden team break from Toronto.
They both have really good combos too. This is looking kind of done.
Yeah, the map doesn't. I don't think the map gets any more intense afterwards, and it's just like, are they running out of stamina?
Yeah, which they clearly aren't. That break is like, Kevwork is also in the 4-digit combos.
Will I have to not be picking Captain this entire time? Yeah, that's kind of my question. They did pick the Hard Rock 2 and won that really well, but I guess they're not feeling super good. I do think that Berkeley can put up good tapping performances sometimes, and this is still a pretty good score. They're hitting basically 1 million, but yeah, the near FC from Kevwork and the really strong supporting score from Kaitis as well means this is, I think, the most polarizing pick we've seen so far.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure that they've like unlocked a moment of clarity. Well, I guess like I don't think they have any picks anymore, so but
yeah, it's an interesting time to unlock the clarity.
Yeah,
but it's just one more pick, and if Toronto wins it, it'll go to tiebreaker. So I really do think so. Okay, so I don't think Berkeley is going to want to pick Nomad 2 or DC3. It just doesn't seem like a thing you want to do on the tapping. Yeah, 98.4 on Kevwork. That is an accuracy indeed.
Whew. What OD is that?
7.4 plus DT is like 9.4-ish, I think. Which it definitely means you're like, you can play this BPM and you can play it really consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got to be either Nomad 3 or Nomad 4. And let me take a look at the qualifier scores again, maybe.
Okay.
Well, Toronto's doing better on the Nomad 3 and the Nomad 4 than Berkeley. So
really?
I guess both of those maps are nothing like this Nomad 3 and Nomad 4, I guess. But I would say,
What else do they have though?
yeah. So Noah 2 is not. Noah 2 is pretty
Question.
flowy, but it's a consistent bursting. DT3 is quote unquote finger control, but it's really just like more tapping.
It's just stamina, which like clearly Toronto's showing that they have a lot of it.
I really do think Noah 3 is going to be the pick. You gotta. I mean, Berkeley has an alt mapper. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The Berkeley timeout situation.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna for 2 minutes. It's time for us to enjoy the map so far. So I think last time we were in this situation, I commented that when you look at the picks and bans, it kind of forms, you know, that board game Risk, like
Oh
where
yeah,
you,
yeah.
like, yeah, where you take over territories. Yeah, so it's like there's like the continent of so there's like an ocean from the bands. The top, the Nomad and Hidden One is like one continent. And I think so. Berkeley got the continent bonus. Like Australia is basically the free mod, you know. So the longer they wait, maybe the more troops they get. And okay, that's all I got. But I don't know why they're timing out here. Either they're practicing one of the remaining maps and trying to like regroup, or they're trying to decide what the best strategy is.
Maybe.
Yeah, Chad is also saying they go Nomad 3 surely. I would say the Nomad 3 is.
Yeah.
It's a fun map. It's a good song, and I think it's like. Have they played any ulti maps? I guess they played Hard Rock 3, but that's nothing like this.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they know something that we don't.
Oh yeah, just for anyone who's hopping in here, this is a quarterfinals. It's winners quarterfinals for tier 2. This is a 6.2 star pool. This is seed 4 versus seed 5.
And right now we're on Berkeley's pick.
This is tryouts. Sure, that's true. We're actually forming like an all-star team for OC Collegiate League. They're playing qualifiers against each other. That'd be so epic. It's like it's qualifier
Dude.
lobbies, but if you lose to the other team, you just don't get to play.
The top 2 seeds play in a quals match with each other.
Instantly lost. True.
So how was your day, Setting?
I'm having a good day. It's like this is a long weekend, and I just finished a huge wave of homework. So I'm chilling. Today I just
Ooh.
woke up super late, I ate food, I went back to sleep, I ate some more food, and now I'm commentating.
That sounds like the dream. Wait, you slept after you ate, but then you like were like, oh bro, why'd you wake up at 5 p.m.?
What? Whoa. Okay. Berkeley just chose Nomad 2. Okay, to be fair, Nomad 2 is not speed. But like, it's also just unless you're like really good on the streams, bro. It's not my birthday, chat. It has not been my birthday for the last
Happy birthday.
3 months. No.
Afterwards, everyone get in the VC and sing happy birthday to Setting.
All right, I'm leaving instantly.
No.
My birthday is not until okay. I shouldn't even say when my birthday is. Then you'll never know.
Then we're just gonna say it every day because eventually we'll get it right.
That is how birthdays work.
Yeah. Oh, bro, Emmerich just went live, but I can't watch yet. So
Nah, PP record can be set here. No PP record on custom Nomad 2, 6 stars, unranked.
is this a custom? Oh yeah. The diff name is literally Nomad 2.
I forget what it's from though. Let me take a look. Yeah, its difficulty name is Nomad 2. It's by Advent, who's like one of those stream mappers everywhere. It's for Coffee Hispanic Latte. So one of those. I think that's a regional tournament, but I don't really know anything else about it.
That sounds pretty cool.
Okay, we're gonna ignore the chat. No one said that. Anyway, yeah, this song is there's a stream section at the beginning. I'm trying to ignore the chat here. I'm sorry. There's a stream section, and then there's like nothing for a bit, and then there's another stream section. But I don't think there's any breaks, so the president's gonna have to go right at it. And we're gonna see Kevra King Titus on the side of Toronto, and actually once again the more tapping / high AR focused players, Bailey and Alahiro on the side of Berkeley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I fully expect this. This is 180. Oh yeah, they're both like super comfortable with 180, so this makes perfect sense.
Early break from Titus, but not going to mean anything. Oh, just kidding. That's a
There's
pretty
another
early
one.
chain miss, and then Valen's
There's
going
a
to trade
Bailey.
that right
That was pretty significant. Okay. Bailey finding another small break.
Everrock still holding the high combo inside Toronto, holding Eve despite a bunch of 100s here.
Yeah.
But Alhero
Al
has
Hero
some high combo there.
breaks on that. Oh. This map isn't that long. It's like 2 minutes, right? So
Yeah, exactly. So this first section is pretty representative of like the difficult parts. Lots of chain misses everywhere actually, and Score's gonna shift back over because Kevrick is holding 500 combo.
if you're the type of person that can hold on to this section, then you're probably well. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it is a chain missing now, but
Yeah.
looks like it's kind of evened out everywhere. So combos are basically even now. Slight advantage out here, but
Yeah.
anyone gonna break on these jumps?
Who cannot chain miss who can chain miss the least streams? There we go.
That's true. The map is almost over now, or okay, not almost over, but there's only one more section, and it's like a minute long. So
Yeah.
it's still really close, and the combo lead is like 100 points or 100 combo.
Yeah.
Oh, Valen breaks on nothing.
Breaks.
So that's
Ooh. Okay, now we're getting into it again. Valeen breaks at the start, but then seems to be holding on a little while here.
it is traded by Kaitis, but Alhero's gonna break the end. So
Oh.
Kevrick's once again holding the combo here.
Yeah.
He can bring it back for the team if he holds on during this long stream. He does do so.
Oh, that must feel really good for Toronto.
Is there enough left in the map? There's 50,000 points of difference, but
Oh, wait.
one more stream left.
Wait, UCB is winning. I didn't even realize.
Everyone holds through the stream and break from Kaitis. I think that's it.
That it? Oh.
Wow.
Dang. Okay.
Well, a really close point, but that's how
Yeah.
Berkeley's points have been going this whole time, and I guess no tiebreaker here. It's a 6-4 win, despite the super high combo from Kevrick and a really consistent score. It's the second player out here who really pulls through and gives the point to Berkeley.
Yeah. It's not about how badly you beat the other person, but about how many times you beat them, and Berkeley has definitely shown that here.
That's like an analogy for life, or something.
Yeah. Think about this. This OSU commentary is gonna change your entire life now. You're gonna
True.
get this like epiphany.
Well, this was a winner's match, so I think both teams showing really solid scores across the whole match, and we're gonna get to see them both next week as well. So Toronto gonna continue in losers bracket, and Berkeley gonna come out here advancing to top 4 in the winners bracket.
Your
So,
semifinals.
yeah.
Is that top 4? Oh wait, top 4 in winners bracket. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they've secured themselves a top
least fifth.
6 finish or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But good scores on both teams, and that's I think it for the stream today.
Yeah. That was a great match. Like, I'm probably gonna go back and watch it again. That was really fun.
Let's go. Glad we got to get it on stream.
Yeah. Shoutouts
anything
to Crimsonus for agreeing to stream on the same day.
So true. Crimson out here pooling and also streaming for the rest of us. Glad to get it on records, and hopefully the VOD doesn't get lost to all time.
That would suck.
All right, I think that's
Yep.
all for now. Anything else you want to add before we sign off?
I think that's it, honestly. Yeah. Good match. Both teams played well. Yeah.
Adios.
See you guys.